Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the I don't know which iteration of guide to this, but this is a guide that has come from a request. Many of you have said, Mo, well, most people have called me by my name, God, and many have said, God, how does arena points work? Would you please make a guide? And me, being the gracious and humble God that I am, I've decided to oblige and will now explain to you how you can get arena gear quickly. Well, I say quickly, it's still going to take time, but it's not as daunting of a task as a lot of people think. So, let's begin, shall we? So, this is my point. You have people. You want to do arena. Obviously, who doesn't want to do arena? Arena's fun. You murder people. So, there are 3 different setups for arena. You can do 2v2, 3v3, or 5v5. That's a bear, by the way. It's not a horn, that's the ear. It's just sort of angled because he's listening. The most point system comes from 5v5, the most points. And doing 10 5v5 matches once a week takes about 30 minutes at a max. Most matches are all within 2 minutes. So you get your points, you do 30 minutes of arena, win or lose, get your points, and you're done. So say you want to gather your friends. We have a bear. Let's call the bear Sizer. The bear needs some arena gear. So Sizer decides to pick some friends, a warrior. Let's call him Fetohiwi. They need to get some arena gear for tanking, for example. So they team up and they need 3 other people. So they find themselves a priest. Let's call him Murga. And they want a hunter. Let's call him I'm terrible at names, apparently. Let's call him Steve. No, that's a terrible name. Let's call him Myfmy. Yep. Or Muffy. Muffy's better. Let's call him Muffy. And a wizard. A mage. Let's call this mage Green Quality Gear. So they decide to team up. Okay, so they do their first 10 matches. 10 matches. They're gonna start with 0 points to begin with. So every win up to about 1,000 rating is gonna give 96 points. 96 arena rating, I should say. And if they lose, they're gonna lose about nothing. But when they get to 1,000, which is about 10 or so matches, or 2 weeks, give or take, that's 100. That's 0. Then they're gonna lose maybe say 11 points per loss. They're still gonna gain 30 per win. But at about 1,100 rating, which is where most teams end up, most 5v5 teams end up around this sort of rating region, because most people do 5v5, simply 10 matches a week to get the points. You're gonna end up receiving approximately between 450 to 500 arena points per week. How do I draw 0? Yeah, and arena points gets every Wednesday, every reset, you get points for playing arena. It doesn't matter how many matches you do. If you do 10,000 matches, you're still not going to get more points than if you did 10 matches. Oh, shit. So, the main thing to keep in mind is that you only need to do 10 matches. So these people now do 10 matches, and every week at about 1,000 rating, they're going to end up with approximately 450. No, that's not 450 points a week for 30 hours of work. Set pieces are, the set pieces are at approximately 1,850 arena points. Meaning that if at 450, it would take them about 5 weeks? Yeah, sure. Let's say 5 weeks to get a single piece. For 30 hours a week, 30 minutes of work every week. And they'll have a set piece. That's relatively good for them. Other items you can buy, which includes mainly the weapons, the one-handed, the two-handed, and for hunters, the ranged. What the That's not how you spell ranged. Oh no, I clicked the button. Ranged. You need 2k rating. Which is, let's be real, in 5v5 that's really difficult unless you get proper gear. But these people, the green quality, the Myfry, the Murga, the Metomimi, and Misa don't need PvP gear because they're doing their 10 matches a week. They win some, they lose some, that's it. They still get the points. What we can actually look at as well is we can look at normal PvP gear because a lot of people have non-set pieces in their requirements. So we have the bracers. Let's call them wrists because that's easy to say. You have the belt, the boots, the rings, the neck, and what's added in season 3 now is going to be another trinket. Now, these only require honor. And honor might seem daunting to farm, but the wrists require 20 Warzone Gulch marks. Warzone Gulch. The belt is 40 AB marks, which is a bit more annoying, but still doable. The boots are 40 Eye of the Storm marks, which is the most annoying because I like to come PvP. The rings are AV marks, which are easy to get. And the neck is something. The trinket is AV marks as well, but it's 40 AV marks. And yeah. But farming honor is really, 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 really easy. So the main suggestion I have for farming honor is AV weekend. So when AV weekend happens, you basically do a few AVs and you get a ton of honor. So AV means that the matches are basically Russian farm. Unless you're up against Russians, AV tends to turn into a PvE fest during the weekends. So on average, the games are about 10 minutes. For those 10 minutes, depending on if you win or lose, how many towers you take, you tend to get approximately around 350 honor to 700 honor per win. You get more, the more towers you take, the more bunkers you hold. So you even out at about 400 honor per match per 10 minutes of playtime. And the majority of these include very little to no PvP at all whatsoever. So say you play an hour, that's 60 minutes by 10, that's 6 per hour, which means 6 times 400. Quick math, so 2,400. 2,400 honor per hour, approximately. You can get more. Say you got a first win of the daily is AV, that's another 400 or so honor. And you also have the Alliance war efforts because we used to have fewer people. So you get a box which has blue stuff in it, which can have blue stuff in it and green stuff, and there's herbs, there's ore, fell armaments, badges, all of sort of that, and yeah, you get that every win. So you just turn it in, get more money. It's free money. You get mana potions, you get health potions, you get gold. So you basically make money doing AV during AV weekend. So the wrists, for example, are 11,000, which is 5 hours. The belt is 17,000. The rings are 17,000. The trinket is 40,000, but the trinket is ridiculous and it's very heavily PvP. The boots are also 17,000. The neck is something, X amount of honor. But it is worth considering, say, for this new phase, Season 3 coming out, and as well as Phase 3, we have new rings. The rings have armor penetration, which is ridiculous. So it might be worth going for. And they also can have haste. I think there's going to be a neck for casters with haste on it as well. So that's mental. But yeah, that was basically my guide to PvP. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time when I'm pushing the guides for Phase 3. Mount Hyjal and Black Temple. There's so many guides. There's so many bosses. Well, at least you got something to look forward to. Ta-ta, and thank you for watching.